No offense, LLC. The LLC stand for business. Yeah. It's no offense, yeah, we going in. Who we got on the show today? Might as well go tag a couple friends. They said you couldn't, now you know you about to blow again. They working hard in case you really need to know again. We're trying to get to know it then. Gave support from those that view and wanna see you win. We got the website, magazine, and radio. Be back up soon. Trying to put you in the spotlight so that you can tell your truth. Yeah, it's no offense to you and me. Ain't trying to sell no image. I want you to come on through and live your life the way you live it. What you say you on your way? Shine so bright they gotta see you. Pave your way and go be great. Make us say now, non-believers. Hey, it's no offense. Yeah, we going in. Who we got on the show today? Might as well go tag a couple friends. They said you couldn't. Now you know you about to glow again. They working hard in case you really need to know again. Hey, it's no offense, yeah, it's no offense, yeah, it's no offense, yeah, it's no offense. They said you couldn't, now you know you about to blow again. They working hard in case you really need to know again. Hey, it's no offense. Man, y'all hit that share button, man. Tap in. Special thank you to the guests of the show. That share button. Y'all know what time it is. Welcome to the No Offense Podcast. And we are back with another episode. In case you don't know what's the occasion, I'm gonna need you to go check the flyers because yes, sir, we've got that guy K-Town in here with us tonight. He's got some talk to do, and y'all want to listen for sure. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get down to the nitty-gritty, some questions. And if you got some questions, now's the best time to hit the comment section. But before you do me a favor and once again hit the share button. It's free, and we're gonna make sure it gets out. One day it could be you here on the platform. We want to make sure that you get the same attention. So once again, if you ain't no hater, hit the share button. All right. So, guys, y'all know how we do. It's always a good time on the No Offense Podcast, and today's no different. I need you guys to please help me give a welcome to my good guy K-Town, the feature on the cover of the next No Offense magazine. Here we go. What's going on, my guy?
What's going on with you, man?
Hey, man, we here. The big day, man. The big day, man. How's it going? How's everything going? Congrats to your success, man. I see you've been grinding. I don't think I see an artist come down my timeline like you do, my guy. You're always on it. You always working, man. Hey, I love to see it because hey, I know you're serious about where you're going, and you put that in your work. You know what I'm saying? How you been since the last time we talked? For sure.
Man, I've been busy, been going through a lot and been busy. So, I mean, it's just been double time. I mean, a lot of stress, you know what I'm saying? A lot of work. So, I mean, I just been busy nonstop.
I get you there. That work-life balance, man. Like we're talking about, like I said, I see you grinding all the time, man. Shouts out to you, man, because it's inspirational. You know what I'm saying? One thing I know, if I don't know nothing, I know K-Town is working, man. I see the new releases. Speaking of which, last time we talked to you, that sexy lady was coming here, man. Was getting ready to get released, man. And you told us it was gonna be a banger, and then you released it, and goddamn it ain't do. If it ain't do what you said it was gonna do, that shit is hot, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you boys for putting that together, man. You know, how has it been coming off that, man? Like that song, I feel like has gone crazy, man. I'm seeing it everywhere. I saw it with the little flame icon on it on Facebook, where it was showing like it's hot. You know what I'm saying? It's trending. How has it been, man, coming up off of that? You know what I mean?
Oh man, ever since that track, man, that track's really special to me because it was from my heart, genuinely from my heart, man, about my girlfriend. So that track is really, really special to me. And I mean, since then, I mean, my music's only gotten better. And I plan on, I've been kind of dipping and dabbing in different aspects of music as far as, going back towards, the storytelling and the gangster side of it, rather than the love side, you know what I mean? But I got a few tracks that I got to finish up, and then I'm gonna go back to the R&B side of it. But the artist I'm growing into now, I noticed the tracks that I'm doing, the route that I want to go in my career is, as far as the R&B side, that's probably the route that I'm going to go in the future, because I really like the R&B side. When I did Give It Up Sexy Lady, that was probably the most fun I've had constructing a track in my entire career, but was doing that track. So I think that's the route I want to go.
I feel you. I feel you. You know, one thing you did speak on, you do have, music in different areas. And I love that, you don't put all your eggs in one basket. You show the different layers that is K Town. You know what I mean? One thing I love about you is like, you can't, if a person's trying to describe, K Town, you're like, bro, you gotta check out all his music because I don't know which one to like, what, it depends on whatever mood you in. He got something for that. You know what I mean?
Oh
So
yeah.
like whatever you're looking for, he's got something for that. But you gotta take my word for you. I know people feel like, man, he get on here, he be big in the world. Y'all, the proof is in the pudding. Go check his catalog out, man. My guy is working. You know what I'm saying? My guy is working. Speaking of which, you know what I mean? How has it been? You have been working, man. I see you've done a couple interviews this year. We can bring it. We're coming. You know what I'm saying? We're bringing 2025 to an end soon, and I feel like you really made the most of it, putting a punch in it. How do you keep the train going, man? And what's coming next, man? What's on the table? We know you working. So
Oh man, what's next for me? I had four or five features for other artists. I actually did 5 tracks in 3 days. That was all features. I knocked all those out. That's probably been a couple weeks ago, but all those are available too. They're all numerous tracks with different artists that I've done, and I got tracks of my own. Since we last talked, I did release "Sexy Lady," but I did release "Dead Roses." That finally came out. It's doing well. And I got another track coming up, "Last Breath" with AJ 2 times. That's gonna be coming up next. And then I got a track, "Casey Kings" with my homie Blaze. If you know Mo3, he sounds
yeah.
just like that. He sounds just like that. So people gonna love that. And I mean,
Mhm.
I got more R&B tracks coming up. I got a track, let's see, with Wise Lane. I got 2 tracks with him coming up. I got several tracks. I mean, so many that I can't even think of, and I still got my EP that I haven't even started on yet. So I mean, my work is gonna be endless. The videos I'm doing, I haven't started on yet, so I'm kind of behind, but trying to catch up because I've been doing a lot of studio work. So
Man, you have been grinding, boss. Let me ask you, what how do you find the inspiration to do something different? Because you are busy, you know what I'm saying, but the music don't sound like it's all the same. So how do you find the time to get inspired while still being on a constant grind, man? You know what I'm saying? I know you're constantly evolving, but still find a way to stay throughout it all.
oh man, it's the main thing that makes me I think it's my age. I just had a birthday coming past, and
Happy
my
birthday,
grandma
my guy.
always told me, "Oh yeah, you too." I saw you had one that recently passed too. So yeah, late happy birthday.
Thank you,
Yeah,
boss.
but
Thank you.
my grandma, she told me, as you get older, you start to get older and wiser. So I realized, this last couple of tracks, I've been putting a lot more heart into it because I
Mhm.
realized, you're not here forever. You got to leave a legacy. And it's a lot of people that just record tracks. I mean, I hear a lot of music nowadays that has no meaning behind it. You just release it,
Wow.
and that's not something. I want to look back on my career and listen to my music and be like, I was deep. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to listen to it and be like, oh, I just put that out just because. You know,
Yeah.
because I mean, in my life, I can't speak for everybody, but I know I've made my mistakes along the way. And the mistakes you make in your life really don't define the person that you are because you're changing every day. And as long as you do your best every day, that's all that matters. And my relationship with God has grown a lot. I feel over this last few months, my music's grown a lot over this last few months. And I feel my grind was good to begin with, but I feel I've turned it up a lot because I want to leave a legacy as far as to these young guys like in the music business because there's a lot of weird deals going on out there like that. I mean, like as far as contracts and signing this and signing that and whatnot. I just want to let artists see that it can be done if you do it yourself. It may take you a little longer, but it can be done if you do it yourself. If you stay authentic and you stay true to who you are. You don't necessarily have to follow trends, but just follow everyday inspiration, everyday emotions, everything that you go through on a daily basis, put that in your music. That's pretty much what makes K-Town. K-Town is everything that I go through in my life from the time I wake up, from the time I go to sleep. That's what you hear about in that music. Whether it's happy, sad, angry, whatever emotion I'm feeling, that's what you're going to hear.
Man, I love that. I love that. And man, just the vastness of you being open to finding out, what you could be. It shows in your music, man, because I guess that's what the awe is for those who watch about the longevity and the consistency. It's like, man, how does the guy keep going? You know what I mean? Like, man, how does he keep going? What's next? What's next? And one thing I love about, watching your journey is you never know what's next, but you definitely want to be part of the show. You get what I'm saying? Like, you definitely want to make sure you see and that you're attentive. Guys, if you don't know, you need to be following K-Town. Like we said, he is being featured on the next No Offense magazine. My guy is doing his thing. You know what I mean?
I
So
appreciate that too.
hey, brother, you know what I'm saying? You've been working. We like listen, me and you, we talked, we came to agreement, and you had up your end of the deal, my man. And that's what the whole thing is about. Like we're it's not about it's really easy to say something, but we're about the folks that are about the action. You know what I'm saying? Like
Exactly.
because
Exactly.
that's what the proof is. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can say anything, but it's about trying to see the proof in the pudding. You know what I'm saying? When you see somebody grinding, nobody has a problem like uh either reaching out or helping somebody who they see grinding, but it's hard to try to pull somebody who ain't doing nothing. Like, bro, like, life already hard, man. I ain't got the time to wait, trying to yank people up either. So when I see people
Right.
doing their thing, man, we definitely want to reach out to them and say, hey, bro, I realize that, doing your thing is not easy, even though you make it look effortless. You know what I'm saying? So you're doing a hell of a job, you know what I'm saying? But I know, you know what I'm saying, as a brother who doing something, like, I know it ain't always roses and you know what I'm saying, it ain't always peachy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the thing is, for those who are actually doing it, you come to realize that the rewards are in the consistency, because you can only say that I've done this stuff for so long if you've actually done it for that long, and that is the reward in it. You know what I'm saying? You've seen the different changes of music, like we talked about. You know what I'm saying? In the last couple of years, we've seen a lot of different music styles. I call it microwave music. It was here. If it got hot, then it's cold, then it's gone. They're gonna reheat it. You don't reheat it. But when you look at you artists, man, you know what I'm saying, who actually do this, man, and who actually put your heart in it, your music be timeless, man. You could still revisit it later and it still had the same impact, or much deeper impact, because now you can relate to it a little harder. You know what I'm saying? But it always has some kind of significance, and I'm gonna commend you guys for doing that. You know what I'm saying? Especially you, like I told you, bro. My feed, I got. That's the other thing. Speaking of your following, you know what I'm saying? With everything that's going down your feed, man, it's hard to stay relevant because of everything, all the people that you follow and all that. So, man, to see you constantly grinding, constantly some new song, man, constantly something new, it's inspiring to see. You know what I'm saying? It's inspiring to see. I want you to know it motivates people, brother. You got to keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of
I
which,
appreciate that.
I like we all do, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes we see, people having a bad day. How do you handle, because I feel like it's a healthy release to get it out. Like, you shouldn't. I always advocate, don't be a person who just let people punch on you. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, whether that be verbally, whether that be physically, whether that be whatever it is, just don't. You know what I'm saying? So how do you deal with letting off the pressure, and then finding a grounding? Like, okay, I'm giving this much attention to refocusing. You get what I'm saying? To, like, all right, I didn't gave that enough. I got other important things that are in life. How do you manage, making that full circle? Because we all learning, we all developing, you know what I'm saying? But how do you spoke as a person who expresses themselves, like, through a medium such as music, how do you find yourself, dealing with that kind of cycle or circle?
Well, that actually kind of hits exactly what I was going to talk about anyway. I mean, you as an artist, or as a person in general, or being on social media, you're gonna
Hmm.
see, dudes talking every day, or people going back and forth on Facebook every day. I mean, as I got older and I'm getting older, I realized, I mean, it's like Tupac said in that song, niggas gonna talk bad about you, whatever you do. You know what I'm saying? No
You
matter
heard it.
what you do, they gonna talk about you, whether you're doing good or you doing bad. And you make mistakes through your life, and people will hold on to those mistakes. You could be changing your life completely, but they holding on to those mistakes that you made. You know what I'm saying? So all you can do each and every day is, like I said, try to do your best. Try to get on your grind. Try to do your best. Every day you wake up is not going to be peaches and cream. Some days you wake up, you're not going to want to get out of bed. But those are the days you really got to get up, because those are the days that make you. And I mean, you really got to prove to people that you are not the person that they proclaim you to be. You know what I'm saying? It's people out here throwing dirt on people's name every day. You know what I'm saying? But it's on you to prove different. You know what I'm saying? Whatever mistakes you
Right.
made in the past, or whatever they talking about, doesn't define the person that you are. You feel what I'm saying? And then in
Right.
rap, it's really hard to keep going when you having problems. or you see like you sharing your link on social media and you see a certain group of people messing with you, but a certain group of people ain't. And then you got this and that going on or whatever. It's hard to keep going and keep the motivation when you don't have a certain support system. You know what I'm saying? If you feeling that nobody's really rocking with you, you're gonna be like, well, what's the point of releasing anything? You know what I mean? But the
That's
point
fact.
is to just keep going because eventually the right people are going to stick by you pretty much. You know what I'm saying? The right people are going to stick by you. They're going to let you know that they support you to keep doing it, to keep pushing, whatnot like that. But you have got to keep motivated. That's the main thing. You got to stay motivated because if you let your mind and your problems and whatever you're going through life get at you, it will eat at you every day. It will eat at you and life will beat you down to nothing. And you can't let that happen. I mean, it's so easy to give up, but it's harder to keep going and prove people wrong. You know what I'm saying? And you'll feel better at the end of the day when you improve your life, you improve the person that you are, you improve your foundation, no matter what that will be. And most importantly, your belief and your trust in God. That matters more than anything else. As long as you got that concrete, you're always gonna be straight.
Man, that's deep, bro. Because I think we all do about like at some point have that want to just like not be so scrutinized or criticized. You know what I'm saying? Not even to, I don't want to say it's accepted because I don't think it's acceptance. I think it's just people just want to be able to live without the scrutiny. You know what I'm saying? The constant just like getting judged and no matter what it is, because we all figuring this out. Nobody has the book on this stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? No matter
No,
how educated you are or no matter what you like, newsflash, nobody can't tell you what's gonna happen in the next 3 minutes. I know people, or I know of people who have worked out their whole life and then, get hit by a bus. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could do
right,
everything the right way, so to speak. But there's things that whatever's part of whatever's supposed to happen is gonna happen. You know what I mean? So I always try to remember humbly that we are all evolving. Nobody is who they are yesterday. And if you know somebody who is who they were yesterday, get away from them. They're going
exactly,
nowhere fast.
exactly,
They're
exactly.
going nowhere fast. I'm not saying that a person should be bipolar, but what I'm saying is you should see some growth when you look back over time. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right,
If a person is stagnant and I mean, we are the people we keep. Like we are the company we keep. So if you look around and all your friends been doing the same for a couple years, what does that mean about you? You know, get what I'm
right.
saying? Like, so, the right people should be encouraging people, and I love how you just said, man, like that. People gonna talk, they gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? They gonna do that. And with that being said, you know what I'm saying? How do you like? So, how do you come to a point where you like, you know what? I spazzed because I think man, I can't speak for women. I've never been one. You know what I'm saying? But I know men, we get to a reflection point. Hopefully, if as you grow, where you like, okay, maybe I ain't like either I gave that too much attention, or that's not how I want to handle that. How do you like? What do you do different? Like, do you like? You know what I'm saying? We don't want to hawk on the past. You know what I'm saying? But how do you get out of that rut where you're disappointed with yourself? You know what I'm saying? And then start to move forward. Does that make sense? Like, cause you know what
No,
I'm
that
talking
makes
about. Like,
sense.
where you be
That
like,
makes sense.
when
That
you
makes
get to
sense.
that point where you be like, damn, man, I spazzed. Like, you know what I'm saying? I wish I hadn't gave that much attention. You know what I'm saying?
That
How do
yeah,
you
yeah.
how do you redirect yourself out of that hole and keep, you know what I'm saying, and keep pushing? Because I feel like that's more of an internal conversation versus like them. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh man, that hits home right there. I mean, it's like even through my life, I've made 1,001 mistakes. Some, I wish I never made. I regret making. You know what I'm saying? And the first thing that you got to do is you got to ask God for forgiveness, and then you got to ask the people that you made those mistakes against to forgive you. It's on them to forgive you, or they're going to hold on to those mistakes that you made. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, when you make a mistake, if you keep repeating the same mistake, you're not really changing it all whatsoever. I will say that. But one thing you have to do is make changes in your life to change the mistakes that you made each and every day, whether that be to be a better man with your relationship, your mother and your father, your kids' relationship, your relationship with your friends, anything. You have to make it better. It can't stay the same. You know what I'm saying? And as far as the group of people that you're with, if the group of people that you're with are not motivating you, it's not the right group of people. If it's the right group of people, they're going to motivate you to do better each and every day and elevate your career each and every day. Not that they're not going to sit and you hear about them and a certain group of people talking about you. are they coming back to you where he said this and said that? That's the type of people that you want to be around. You'll know the right people to be around when you never hear your name come out of their mouth whatsoever unless they defending you with somebody else. You feel what I'm saying? Because nowadays I just feel I grew up in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? You know how rough that was. I mean, back when I was growing up, if somebody had something to say to you really and really, the difference back then was there was no social media. You know
Facts.
what I'm
Where can I
saying?
find you?
So
Yeah.
if you had something to say to somebody, you was gonna go to them and say it. You really wasn't gonna run your mouth too much to other people. You gonna have to go say it to them. But nowadays, unfortunately, it's social media, and you can get on social media and pop off all crazy. So that's the thing to do nowadays. If to me, if you got something really that you want to say to somebody, don't go say that to somebody else or get on social media every day making a post down the feed, under the carpet, making it seem like it's about somebody else when you read it and it's about you. You know it's
Yeah.
about you, but you post about the same thing every single day, and you think that that's going to stop that person from growing into a better person or being a better person or stop their grind or stop their money or stop them from paying their rent. You're not stopping anything. All you doing is making yourself look stupid. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
it.
So at the end of the
That's
day,
it.
what you got to do is not pay attention to all that noise. Be Ray Charles to the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? If you're really changing your life, don't pay attention to none of that. Do what you got to do as a man to elevate yourself in every single way it matter, and just do that, and you'll be straight.
Love that, man. Like I'm talking about that real conversation, boss. So let me ask you, what do you do about people? All right. So what do you do about people who? I gotta be careful how I say this because in life, people can leave you for a couple of reasons, right? What do you do about people who leave you because they didn't see value and then they come back, versus people who leave you because they love you too much to watch you do bad to yourself and they come back? Is that the same thing, or is there a difference? And how do you handle it?
Let me see how to explain this one. It is a difference. I mean, if you made a mistake for that person to leave, because I mean, I feel that everything that you do has a consequence behind it. Every decision you make has consequences. Now, I mean, for the longest, I mean, I feel I don't blame it. It's not an excuse. So don't take this as what I'm saying as an excuse.
Yeah.
But a lot of when I was growing up, and it still happens today, I mean, I didn't have my dad around when I was younger. So my mom raised me. So it was a lot of things that I didn't learn as far as being a man. I mean, my mom did the best that she could. But let's be real. I mean, a woman is hard to teach a teenage boy how to be a man. You know what I'm saying? So it was a lot of steps that I didn't get in my life as far as when I was growing up, I didn't see very many successful relationships.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't see very many successful families. I didn't see very many successful friendships. You know what I'm saying? So it was a lot along the line. It's like when I had my first son, I just turned 18 years old when I had my first kid.
Mhm.
I was a kid myself. I didn't know anything about being a father or about raising a kid or about anything. I kind of had to teach myself as I was going along. That's what really hits home with me nowadays because a lot of these young dudes, they act like they got it all figured out. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? You haven't experienced life yet, but
No struggle.
You on Facebook talking this long autobiography like you've been around since Moses walked the earth. You know what I'm saying? That's not the case, brother. You haven't lived life yet. So how are you gonna speak on a subject that you've never lived on? You know what I'm saying? I mean, when you go through certain aspects in life as old as I am, and I like I said, when you make mistakes, you got to learn from them. And that's what a lot of these young dudes got to realize is like when I moved out when I was 18 years old. So I had my own bills. I had my own car. I had my own everything. And I mean, a lot of these guys, I mean, be 21, 22 years old, they still live at home. So, I mean, you haven't even left the nest yet. So you haven't lived life. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So how are you going to speak on anything when you haven't lived life yet? You know what I mean?
You got a point. Yeah. Because one thing I've noticed is like experience is the best teacher. Like,
Yes.
because a person can tell you the same thing before and after an event, and it could be the same sentence, but the level of understanding is just gonna be so, what I mean, so different. Like, what I mean, from going inside a situation versus when you leave one. Especially if you
Right.
had to struggle it. Because if you had to struggle it, you had no choice but to learn what was good and bad. You had to come up out of it. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
Like
Right.
versus somebody who say like, "Hey, listen, it's a hole down there. When you go down that street, you might want to walk out watch out on your left side. You know what I'm saying? It's a hole down there. How I know?
Right.
Because I done been down there a couple times. I'm trying to tell you, Don't go on the left side of the street. It's a hole down there. Now
Oh
you
yeah.
don't listen. You don't listen. You walk down there and fall in that hole. At least you be like, damn, he did tell me it was a hole, but he also told me how to get out. You know what I
Right.
mean? Or if you smart, you listen and you walk on the right hand side of the street. You know what I'm saying? And then you say, damn, there go that hole they told me about. You know what I'm saying? And you don't go down the hole. You don't fall in the hole. But yeah, I feel like in life, we do have some lessons that no matter how good the person who told us may have had good intentions about, people will wander into a certain they just don't know. They don't know how to avoid it. You get what I'm saying? Like a wise person can be like, yeah, boy, you headed to the stop sign. You
Yeah.
might not know it, but you headed to the stop sign. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And they, reminds me of the phrase where they said, you know, the difference between the master and the student is the master has failed way more times than the student has ever attempted. You get what I'm saying? Because the master can tell
Right.
you like, hey, you don't do it like this, and he can tell you why you don't do it like this. So we have OGs, you know what I'm saying, who are taking it on they self to say, hey, listen, I'm gonna show these younger cats what this realism looks like what this really looks like. Because like you said, a lot of them are old things that we knew, bro. Like I'm watching them fade too. You get what I'm saying? I'm watching them fade too. Um, we can speak on a lot of different things that are different now than how we came up. But
Oh man, I mean, even as old as I am, I mean, I'm still learning when I make a mistake, how to
yeah,
correct it, or the
yeah,
route to go. You know what I'm saying? As old as I am, and it's weird to say because I mean, young dudes be like, and you still learning. You are learning to the day you die. You could be
amen.
75 years old and make a mistake and learn from it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But one thing I have learned is don't create the same mistakes more than once. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't learned from it the first 5 or 6 times, that's one thing that I had to learn the hard way. You know what I'm saying? You got to create different habits, to not create the same mistakes over and over again. You do got to do that.
How do you deal with now I think this comes back to your question before about we talking about real love and authentic people, because some people will go with the flow because they want to be loved, but they don't realize that it's a short-term attainment, because as soon as you do something that those people don't love, you're no longer loved anymore. You know what I'm saying? Versus why it might be harder to find people who do love you, but once you locked in with them, they real. They accept you as you are. You get what I'm saying? Like some days you're gonna be good days, some days ain't gonna be bad days, but you're still there. You get what I'm saying? Like, how do you deal with when you realize that some of your habits don't necessarily benefit you, and you decide that, okay, I want to do something different, and not everybody decides they want to rock with that. You know what I'm saying? And that causes turmoil. Sometimes relationships expire. You know what I'm saying? What do you tell yourself to keep going in those situations? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes your best friend today be an enemy tomorrow, and you know how that go. So how do you deal with those kind of switches up in life? You know what I'm saying? And going forward in a different direction than what you might have been doing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, the main things I think of is if somebody's really rocking with you, they realize, that some things in life you make mistakes. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? There's no perfect person that walks the earth. The only perfect person is Jesus. You know what I'm saying?
Fact,
But
they talked about him too. Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, a lot of people. I mean, a lot of people make mistakes in life, some more than others. But I mean, a lot of people you can't make somebody suffer for a mistake for the rest of their life. You know what I'm saying? That's not going to work because I mean, people change every day, and especially if somebody sees you make a mistake and they vamp out of your life. You know what I'm saying? They're not really seeing the changes in you every day, especially if you're not texting and you're not talking and you're not doing anything on a regular basis. You may be hitting them up from time to time and stuff like that, but you're really not seeing the changes in that person really because you're not around them every day. You feel what I'm saying?
Facts.
So I mean, what you got to do is really stick to your guns and stick what you need to do, and that comes back to being better every day. You always got to try to do your best every day because I mean, some days it's like I said, you feel, what's the point, or what's the point in doing this or doing that? You never ever want to try to stop improving your life. You know what I'm saying? It's always going to be hard. You got to remember that, and it's easy just to give up or to do something that somebody else wants you to do. But you always want to stick with that comes again with the group of people that you're with. If the
Mhm.
group of people want to see you do good, they're going to tell you these positive things to do. Now, if you with a group of people that's just no good, they're going to be telling you the negative side of things to do. Some things that's not going to lead you nowhere in the future. Because I mean, at my age anyway, I mean, if you was younger, yeah, you got plenty of time to do that. But as far as I'm looking right now, I have no time to waste whatsoever. So every move I make has got to make sense. You feel me?
Fact.
So,
I always
so I mean, everything I do as far as is my relationships, as far as my business, as far as every step I have forwards now has to make sense. It's got to be 100% right, and it's got to be better. I don't have time to waste on mistakes or repeated mistakes. You feel me? So
I got you. Now I gotta pivot with it right now because I gotta play advocate, right? So we all know that's the right thing to do, but sometimes people go low, and man, let's just be honest. Sometimes people go low, and we all know you're supposed to be the bigger person, but you know the disrespect is just so blatant and fragrant that what like the high route is like never talking to this person again. But what do you do? Like, do you check it at the door? Like, because I mean, I don't want respect to come off like egotistical. Okay, like I don't want it to be like, oh, this person disrespected me because I feel disrespected. I'm talking about when somebody just blatantly disrespects you as a human being, like they don't acknowledge you as a human being. They go out of their way. We talking about like walk like blatantly like walking talking past you, just going out of their way to make sure there's an issue. How do you handle that at that point? And if they decide later that they was tripping, does forgiveness equal renewed access? Because I'm sure we've all had those conversations where the disrespect was so blatant that we could say sorry all day, bro, but I just don't feel the same way about you no more. You get what I'm saying? So what do you do in those circumstances? Like, how do you handle these people? Because sometimes, especially if you're doing what you're doing, you might be in an arena where you're getting money with these people. You get what I'm saying? How do you don't want to mess your money up, you know what I'm saying? But what do you do in those circumstances? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just asking as a person in life, because you know what I'm saying? I know we all know that what you're supposed to do, but sometimes, man, we slip. What do you do in those situations? What's the correct way to address those situations and move forward, if that makes sense?
oh, it makes sense. Well, I mean, the first thing you don't want to do is be going back and forth on Facebook all day long. Because I mean, even if it's under the carpet, people gonna notice two people going back and forth. You know what I'm saying all the time. But I mean, what you want to do really is, if you really can't, if it's a friendship and it's
Mhm.
and something was done that was really really foul under the rug. You know what I'm saying? Everybody makes mistakes. You know what I'm saying? But maybe you just need a break apart from each other, and maybe you'll be friends again one day or something like that. Maybe you just don't need to talk for a while. I've seen that in a lot of cases where people break off for a year and they come back and they perfectly fine. But I mean, some mistakes, I mean, I like, for instance, I mean, I'm not gonna say no names and nothing like that because it's in the post and whatnot, of my songs and whatever. But like Dead Roses, for instance,
Gotcha.
that was actually about somebody. Okay, it was
I
about
kind of
it
I
was
kind of
about
picked that up on that. Go ahead.
it was about an artist that I used to deal with. You know what I'm saying? And he turned out to be something that he wasn't. But I mean, what he did in certain cases, I mean, to me, and I mean, everybody has their own level of disrespect and their own level of forgiveness. I mean, what he did, what to me, I forgive, you know what I'm saying? Because God says it's wrong not to forgive somebody. How's he going to forgive you if you can't forgive somebody? So I do that. But I mean, I can't rock with you. You know
I
what I'm
feel you.
saying? Yeah. But I mean, to me, it was on such a level of disrespect, I had to make a track about it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the way I get my emotions out. That's the way I get my feelings out. Because I mean, I
Right.
was just sitting there and I was so heated about the situation. And I was just like, because certain things certain people do to you, you can let it go for a while and you'll talk about it later. And then certain things are on another level of disrespect, especially when the mistake you did to me, you doing to numerous other dudes, even dudes that's close to you, you doing the same thing to these dudes. Somebody's got to address it. I mean, if they
Right.
won't address it, I'll address it. Because I mean, I just feel, and it's weird to say, but I mean, I feel that God put me here to address bullshit. You know what I'm saying? When somebody is
That's why
full
you
of
my
shit,
dog, man.
I'm gonna call it out. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Yes,
when
sir.
I'm gonna let somebody play with me for a while before I snap off. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But if the disrespect is at such a crazy level like that, I'm gonna have to hit you with it. I can't help it.
Man, are you a Scorpio? What are you?
I'm a Virgo.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna scroll. No, when you said that, she's like, I'm gonna address the bullshit. That reminded me of like, dude, you said everything I was talking about. It's scary. It's like you be trying. It's like we gonna try to say it nice a couple times, and then we gonna be like, come in, bro. Let me holler at you, bro.
Oh yeah. I mean, but and then it's like other things, for instance. I mean, and another thing that people have a problem with nowadays is if two people are in an argument or are beefing or whatever, there's no need to insert yourself in the situation. I see that all the
No.
time of people picking sides. You see somebody over in left field, you jump in the conversation, and then you in Facebook post, and then you talking crazy. This has nothing to do with you at all whatsoever. So why are you even in the conversation? That's almost like somebody in your relationship problems when it's you and that woman. That's you and her problems. That's
Yep.
not you and anybody else's. You know what I'm saying? But people like to insert themselves in people's business nowadays. And that's one thing about nowadays that bothers me to death because when I was growing up, you didn't get in people's business. You was worried about yourself. But nowadays everybody got something to say about your business when they life ain't right. But they talking about your business.
And then the crazy part about it, what I had to learn is too, was like, don't pick sides because these people are fighting right now. Okay, they gonna make up. All right, they got memories and all kinds of stuff. But you know what? You the crazy weird person that said something off to somebody else, and that was y'all first impression.
Oh, and
You and this person might not. Yeah,
one thing that kills me is if you beefing with somebody. I've seen people do this. They'll get on there and they'll be like, don't even rock with me. Don't even hit me up if you messing with that nigga. If you talking to him, don't even hit me up. 90%, 99% of niggas mess with me. You know what I'm saying? So that's
fact.
99% of people you gonna lose. I mean, I've been in this game far too deep for people
Yeah,
to quit just talking to me. You know what I'm
fact,
saying?
facts.
So so I
And
mean,
then
people that do that, that's picking sides.
yeah,
That's like you trying to tell a grown man, don't talk to him. Ain't nobody gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Just like you gonna tell a 40-year-old man, don't talk to that nigga.
it's like
You know what I'm
why?
saying?
But y'all,
Yeah, that's kid shit. Nobody does that, man.
man, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like we said, things are different nowadays, and we definitely do see, the interactions on Facebook. And I get it. Listen, at this point, I say this: if a person is going off on Facebook, I just hope you're getting paid for it. Because it's like I just tell you right now, like the way that the content monetization, people are nosy, and I'll be honest. I know people see a lot of crazy stuff on my posts. That's why we are called the No Offense Network, right? People see a lot of crazy stuff, but just so y'all know, don't judge me off my Facebook posts. I just stuff. I'm just getting some money, like you know what I'm saying. Like
Yeah,
like people who know me. Like you know what I'm saying. Like that stuff be for shock value. I don't be caring. Like Facebook is a stream of income. That's the thing.
yeah,
That's the other way that people look at it. It depends on how you use it. Some people feel like they get all their news from Facebook. I don't trust nothing I see on Facebook. You know what I'm
most
saying?
people
like
do.
you know,
Most people do. That's the gossip network, man.
yeah, like anybody that I talk to, just like you, they all have my number. Like real work is done not over Facebook, man. People gotta actually talk. You gotta have a line of communication with people. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know, but I will say it's engaging and it does get the views. It's like Facebook pushes the drama. It's like you know what I'm saying. It's like it's hey, I'm just saying, check the algorithm. You think I'm lying? It's like
They
Facebook
push the
pushes.
negative over the positive.
You notice that too? How do you
Yeah.
now? That's what I was gonna say. How do you deal with that as an artist? Because I know you got these messages and these values and things that you want to make sure that you're giving out to your fans as well. Does does that feel like disappointing that when you make something that's positive, it does seem like for some reason like social media doesn't seem to like give it no kind of juice. But if you do something negative or you seem like you're crashing out, they'll make sure that's the biggest post that you've had your whole career. And I'm just trying to understand, is that intentional? You know what I'm saying? Or what is that? How do y'all as an artist feel about that? As
Oh,
somebody, you know,
it bothers me a lot. It bothers me a lot, and I've seen it. I mean, as far as like, I could put a new release I got on there, and it won't get that many views. But let me put on there that I got relationship problems, or I'm going through something serious. Oh, that post is gonna get a million. You know what I'm
see,
saying?
it,
I'm telling
it's
you, that's how it works. I mean, it's like it's just society nowadays. They feed off of the negative instead of the positive. It's like somebody always wants to see something negative, and they feed off of that. And that goes in hand with being in people's business.
yep.
You know what I'm saying? This has nothing to do with you, but you feeding off of it, and you talking about it, and you talking about it. But this is none of your business. You know what I'm saying? But that's today's society, and you gotta And to me, you just got to learn to deal with it, because there's no way that you're going to be able to stop it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So you just got to be a strong enough person to know your cores, your values, you doing your best every day. And like I said, just be Ray Charles to it. You know what I'm saying? Because people are going to talk every single day, no matter what you do.
That's
You know what
facts.
I mean? So,
That's
it's
facts.
on you really just to stay strong and have a solid faith in God for one. Because, it will beat you down, especially as an artist. It will make you not even want to record. It takes your motivation away, pretty much. It kills your spirit. It kills your motivation. Sometimes it kills your career off. You know what I
Right.
mean? And you can't let it do that at all whatsoever, because a lot of negative stuff on Facebook I've seen kill careers off. I have seen that.
Yeah, and it is sad to watch too, because a lot of these people, they have so much promise, but it's like you see a lot of people quit right before they hit. Like, they don't even understand the impact they really make, but they can't see it. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, it's like it, because it doesn't show up in millions of views or thousands of comments. They don't see it. You know what I'm saying? And they become discouraged. And I think one of the things that we all forget, especially with the way the economy is right now, is when you're doing something. Yes, we all do things we have to do for money, but when you're doing something that you love or your craft, you're supposed to do it because you love it, and the money actually will find you. It's not. It don't do it for the money. You know what I'm saying? Because if you do anything for the money, eventually the money ain't gonna be enough.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
once it becomes a chore, you know what I'm saying? Don't take your craft or something you love and make it a chore. You know what I'm saying? Because then you're gonna lose it, the passion. You know what I'm saying? The passion that you have, much more passion at first than you have finances. You know what I'm saying? From your passion.
Exactly.
But the Bible do say your gift will make room for you, and I love seeing it. You know what I'm saying? I love seeing it.
Oh
It does pay. I will say, as far as that negativity, I've seen some interesting ways that people are starting to use it to actually build their feed and build their buzz.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
and I feel like it's a creative technique, because I mean, listen, in this game, you adapt or you drown. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta figure out how to take anything and make it a win. What are
Right.
some ways in which that, not saying you got to give out all your secrets or nothing like that, but what are some ways that you're able to, as an OG, be able to look and see, okay, I can see that's going to be a promising technique, or let me rephrase this. How do you determine what's worth your time? Does that make sense?
As
There's a
far as
lot
in
of
what?
there's a lot of avenues out here to try to achieve what you're trying to achieve, but how do you determine what's worth the attempt or what's worth the time? That makes
Oh
sense.
man. Oh man, like it gets deep, man. As far as that's why I'm talking about, like Facebook. Most people don't realize, you'll see people on there, they'll post all day long. But believe it or not, it's proven fact. Like, my numbers right now are higher than they've ever been my entire career. I used to post, and I still post, probably 10 times a day. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But over the last couple of weeks, it'd be a week in there where 1 or 2 days I'd post one time, just once. And
Mm.
that one post would blow up more than my 8 or 9 or 10 posts. Believe it or not, it all goes by the out, and it goes by the time that you post. Things like that. This is free game I'm giving y'all. So if an artist is watching this, listen to it. You don't have
There
to
you
post
go.
9 times a day. You don't have to do that, because you got to think of whatever time zone you live in. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be, the West Coast or the East Coast or whatever, learn what time your audience is online, whether that be Facebook, Instagram, anything like that. Post when your audience is online. Post one time. Don't post 17 times, because if you post one time, that's all they're going to see. But if you post 10 reels, they got to go through so many to get to the good one. You know what I mean? So you want to give that good one time to really feed, and check your times that you post, like post at 1 o'clock or a day, or 2 o'clock in the day. And you'll see, your views start to go up and down, or they'll rise. And always post consistently. And that's another thing. You got to be consistent. Do it every day. Whether that's one post, two posts, do it every day. And you'll see your numbers steadily begin to climb. Because I'm telling you right now, and then this is another part of free game. If you're part of DistroKid, TuneCore, any of that, do not, whatever you do, and I repeat, do not pay for promotion with Spotify, because they're gonna flag it and they're gonna take it down. And you're gonna see this. You'll see somebody with 1,800 monthly listeners today, and then a week from now it's at 115. And why is that? Because you paid for promotion. You're gonna see a song that was at 10,000 one day, and then it jumps to 18,000, and it stays at 18,000 for 6 months. Why is that? because you paid for promotion and ain't nobody playing that shit. People notice this, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You got to get out here and share it. You feel me? And that's why artists complain, well, Spotify flagged my tracker. Spotify took it down. Yeah, because you paid. You can't sit there and pay for monthly listeners, pay for streams. They're going to flag it. It didn't used to be that bad, but they will take your tracks down. And in some cases, they'll take your whole Spotify for artists page down. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I try to tell these artists, don't pay for promotion, because there's 1,000 companies out here that promise that they have no bots. All of them are bots. It doesn't matter what you do. If you paying somebody for streams, for monthly listeners, what do you think that is? You have to naturally build an audience up. You shouldn't have to pay for anything. You know what I'm saying? If you look at all my, whether it be Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, all my numbers, non-paid, $0. Zero. I don't pay anything for the numbers that I have. And there's no reason why nobody else couldn't do it. But I mean, the artists that do pay, like I told you, you'll see them with 2,000 monthly listeners today, and next week they'll have 100. And that tells you it's paid. And they're not going to sit there and say it's paid because it is. You feel me?
That's crazy, boss. I'm glad that you spoke on that because I know as when we're coming up thinking that there's we're doing something that ain't nobody doing. We used to hear the phrase all the time, there's nothing new under the sun. And when you're the one that, like, when you feel like you discovered something or you found somebody that's doing this thing, is changing your career, they may not notice that, they might not know that information that, hey, they're being botted, or what I'm saying, or they don't understand that they're getting scammed by somebody who understands what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? They're just getting money. What are some tips that you recommend to people to know that they're dealing with somebody who is authentic? Because everybody inbox got marketers in it. You know what I mean? What can you tell people about, some experiences that you had about trying to determine who is real, man, and what things that you check for now to make sure that these people are legitimately who they, what they claim to be?
Man, that's a tough one. Well, I mean, throughout my career, I've made my share of mistakes. I mean, trust me. I mean, we've talked about the
Most
Bentley
artists.
records. We've talked about Bentley. We've talked about that. That was a terrible situation. But what you pretty much have to do is you have to check out the social medias. I mean, make sure everything checks out legitly. They shouldn't have pages that, I mean, with the following is way down. I mean, if the following is less than yours, what are they really going to do for you? I mean, like me, I have almost 50,000 followers on Facebook. Why would I hire somebody that has 2,000? What sense does that make? That makes no sense at all. There's nothing that you can do for me. But I mean, the artist is going to sit here and I'm going to pay you hundreds of dollars to do whatever you say you're going to. That's a total scam. You know what I'm saying? The first thing you want to do is check this person out, whether that be on Google or anything like that. But I mean, the first thing that you want to do is not sign anything. Do not sign any contracts at all whatsoever nowadays. You want to do everything yourself. Because I mean, like, I've made mistakes as far as like with Bentley. I signed a contract with them. I got screwed out of thousands of dollars because you never really see your numbers. And it's hard to believe that they screw it up so bad like that. Because, like, say you're a DistroKid, you get a printout of, your sales on Apple Music, Spotify, Deezer, or whatever the case may be. And it shows you those exact amounts. But when I was with Bentley, they had it screwed up to where it would show pages and then pages missing and then zeros and then pages missing. I mean, you got to be smart enough to know the game. And I mean, it was easily to see that they were screwing me, because whenever you look on DistroKid, it shows the pages, and the number like 1, 2, 3, 4, you can see it skip. You know what I'm saying? Like the pages that had the money there, you removed it and sent me the ones that were zeros. So I thought I was getting $5. You know what I mean? Like when I was with Bentley, I think I was with them maybe a year or so, and I made maybe $100. And as soon as I left with them, I was with TuneCore for a while. And when I was with TuneCore, I made double that in the first 2 months.
So
you know
you
what
were
I
already
mean?
making the money. They were just taking it from you.
Yeah. But since then, I mean, I've left TuneCore and DistroKid and all of those since I've become with Rock Nation and Empire, which is the better deal. But it's also deals out there that are scams with those too. I mean, you'll have people hitting you up saying that you can be with Rock Nation or Empire or anything for that matter, and they'll scam you out of several things because the contract's going to read like it's legit. You always want to have somebody read through that contract. I mean, whether the splits be messed up or it's not an actual company. That's why you have to really do your research on the person that you're talking to. Put it that way.
Gotcha.
Because I mean,
Well,
it's so easy to get scammed by just, if just say like me, I'm from the hood. I've never, did anything major. So if you
right,
get a label hitting you up like Rock Nation and places like that, the first thing you do is get happy.
right,
I'm gonna be rich now. I'm gonna be a rich rapper because you don't. They know that when they send you these contracts. Well, let's send it to the ghetto where they don't have nothing and
right,
promise this nigga $1 million. Yeah, you're gonna jump right on it and sign it real fast. And don't
right.
do that because that's just a total scam. You know what I'm saying? It's like right now, which I'm gonna say beforehand. I'm very
Mhm.
happy with Rock Nation. I mean, they
Right.
doing the best that they've ever done in my
Yeah.
entire career. Their marketing is amazing. Their push is amazing. But I mean, since I've signed with Rock Nation and Empire, I mean, I've had labels Atlantic. I've
Mm.
had Young Money, Lil Wayne's label. I've had all
Yeah.
them hitting me up, and I've turned them down because I feel where I'm at right now is where I'm supposed to be at. And I just feel in my career, if I keep jumping around, I'm not really going to get anywhere. You feel what I'm saying? So I just
Fact.
feel I want to create a concrete, stable stability where I'm at right now before I move forward with anything else. And that's another thing I'd like to say about artists too. Like when you release your tracks, because I see artists do this kills me too.
Mm.
Don't release 30 tracks in a month. That's not going to ever get you any streams, and it's not going to get you mainstream. Because number one,
No
I'm gonna give
promoter.
you free game. And I don't normally do this, but I'm gonna give you free game. I'm gonna tell you this right now. When you release a track, you gotta hype that track up. You feel what I'm saying? When you release a track, give it 2 weeks, 2 weeks or more. You know what I'm saying? Before you release it, make you have these apps that you can make like coming soon things, with graphics and so forth and stuff like that. Share that every single day and hype it up. Hype it up. Get people wanting it. Because what you want to do is you want people to want more. You know what I'm saying? You want them to want more. You want them to do the because people that if you make a track tonight and I drop it tonight, what is that gonna do? Nobody knows about it. It's not gonna get any streams or anything like that. You want to build a hype about a song.
Yeah.
You got to get on these they have apps that you can get now that creates a biography for you, for your track, when to talk about it real good with a lot of keywords and big words, that we can't pronounce. It makes it sound real good and professional. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? All you got to do is tell them what you want it to say, and it'll write it out for you. All you got to do is copy it and paste it, like I do all the time. I don't
Right.
necessarily write all that stuff out. That app does that for me, and that's another
Right.
form of advertising. You got to hype a track up. If I make 30 tracks in this month, only one or two of those tracks at the most is going to get any traction at all. You got to
Right.
hype a track up and make people want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? You got to give it 2 weeks out, make them want to hear it. Because if you release 30 tracks, it's just not going to help you at all whatsoever. And then most of the time, people are not going to hear half of those 30. That's why
Right.
most people nowadays, and if you see artists, you don't see artists release a lot of albums nowadays or mixtapes. You just don't see that. There's singles because those are the ones that get the hits. Those are the ones that get the streams. Because most people, if they put an album on nowadays, they're not going to sit and play the whole thing. They're going to be
Right.
skipping and skipping. And you're not paying no attention to half of that. That's why they do one song at a time nowadays. You may see an album here and there of artists that are mainstream and been in the game for a while because that album's going to be fire. But if you're underground like me and nobody really, a lot of people don't know you or everybody all over the world, they're not going to play your track front to back. It's just not going to work like that. A good track may get completely skipped over, and you could have released it as a single and got 1 million streams on it, but you put it on the album and got 50, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I see what you're saying, man, and I appreciate you for dropping that because it's some gatekeepers out here that they ain't gonna tell you that kind of stuff. They gonna watch you. They gonna watch you like waste your time because they look like, well, at least there's one less person in the pool that's trying to
That they have to
compete
worry
for it.
about. Yeah, and
Right.
another thing, you want to put thought behind your music. Don't just drop music because you like this person's ahead of me. This person's got 300 tracks and I got to catch up. Take your time. Your music is your foundation of your career. Later down in life, you're gonna play that and be like, I totally rushed that. I could have did better. Don't do that. Don't rush tracks to try to keep up with people. Keep it your own pace in your own race. You feel me? That's the
Man.
music we gonna make this better. Because I mean, I tell you, like "Give It Up, Sexy Lady" would not have been as good as it was if I hadn't took my time on it. All my music would not be as good. You don't see me drop tracks overnight or every
No.
week. I never do that, and that's why my music sounds like it does because I take my time.
Facts, man. I appreciate you, OG, for dropping that. Now, like I said, it's respect to you because a lot of people out here gatekeeping. You know what I mean? You know how it is.
Oh yeah.
People, they carve a lane and they only want to put they people on, and I commend them for putting they people on, but it's a lot more fish in the sea. You know what I'm saying? And
Oh
I
yeah.
really believe that with the right push, people are motivation and inspiration, and that inspires other things. Like if we look at where hip hop is now from back when Outkast the Dungeon Family, like what I'm saying, like and it wouldn't have been here if it hadn't one day been been there. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah.
And likewise. So I shout out to you and everybody who's doing their thing right now. K-Town, man, like as always, it's always been a pleasure when we kick it with you. But I can't wrap us up without having you give the people the lowdown on what you got coming out, what they need to be aware of, and where they can catch it, man. And y'all make sure you guys catch that No Offense magazine. But I'm gonna let you do your outro. Make sure you show the links. Let them know where they can follow you at and everything they need to know so they can support the movement, brother. Here we go.
Oh man, you can catch me. You can look up all my music on any music platform: Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, any of those. You can get my social medias: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. As far as what's coming up for me, I mean, you're gonna see a lot of videos in 26. New shows are gonna be coming up. Hopefully, one in Las Vegas that I'm working on right now. My next track coming out is gonna be Last Breath with AJ two times. You definitely want to look for that one. That's gonna be something special. I got Loose Ends coming up with Wise Lane. You definitely don't want to miss that one. I got KC Kings with my man Blaze, Larry Lowe. You do not want to miss that. That one there is gonna be crazy. I'm telling you, if you like MO3, you don't want to miss that track. And I got another track coming out that's like 5 minutes long with my guy Cross, Puda G, Mouthpiece, Chrono, all from Kansas, all Kansas artists on one track. That's going to be a history maker right there. Y'all definitely want to look out for that. I got more interviews coming up, and hopefully just a lot of traveling, man, and getting my life together. I want to give a shout out to my kids, Trayvon, Jordan, and Trayton, my mother and my father, my girlfriend, Christina. I want to tell you I love you. And I want to personally thank all the fans for rocking with K-Town, man. I mean, I've been through a lot. I know I've been hit and miss here MIA lately, but I'm getting back on my grind. I'm getting to be a better man each and every day. I thank y'all for believing in my music, first and foremost, because y'all easily could have gave up on me and moved on to the next artist, but y'all still rocking with K-Town. So I promise y'all I'm going to keep making real life music that y'all can relate to, music that y'all can play when you're in any type of mood. So just keep looking out, man. Everything's it's getting better.
Man, K-Town, like I said, it's been an honor, man. Every time I chop up with you, man, you always leave something that people can catch, a jewel that they can catch when they come back and watch it back. So they can learn something every time they watch. And that's what I appreciate about you, brother. I think, and I'm honored that you did come on the platform to share your time with us today, man, and let us know what's going on. As you know, I'm going to get an article written on what we do today, what we talked about tonight. And y'all make sure that y'all pick that up in the next No Offense magazine. My guy is on the cover, man. Big K-Town. So y'all make sure y'all respect to pick it up. I'm going to make sure you guys can get the links. But for those of y'all who may not be able to pick it up, don't even worry about it because I'm going to make sure you see it anyway. We have all of our magazines free of you on our website. That means no matter what, you ain't got no reason to check it out unless you're a hater. So go check it out. You know
I
what I'm saying?
appreciate you, man. Most definitely. I appreciate you.
No problem, K-Town. Hey, man, until next time, stay blessed. We're going to still keep supporting it, and we're going to definitely check your music out. I'm telling you, bro, you told me about that music, man. I got you in my library. When you go look at your analytics, when you see that number from Texas up, you know where it's coming from. I got you, bro.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Look out, man. This new music, you're going to love it, man.
I got you, man, for sure. Till next time, man, stay blessed, brother, and we're going to keep it locked.
Stay blessed, bro. One.
Guys, I really appreciate y'all for watching. That was my guy K-Town. That was my guy K-Town. Please go make sure that you stream on all platforms. You can go pick that up right now. I'm not lying to you. Y'all know how we do. I don't ever tell you nothing wrong. My man Larry, he's no liar or a hater. So do me a favor before you get up out of here. Hit that share button. Go stream my guy's music, and y'all make sure y'all watch out for the next No Offense magazine being released on December 15th with K-Town on the cover. Like I always say, don't wait on the world to change when you can be the one to change the world. I have been Mr. No Offense. You guys have been absolutely awesome. We'll catch you guys next time on the No Offense Podcast. Peace. No Offense LLC. The LLC stands for business. Yeah.
it's no offense, yeah, we going in. Who we got on the show today? Might as well go tag a couple friends. They said you couldn't, now you know you about to blow again. They working hard in case you really need to know again. We're trying to get to know it then. Gain support from those that view and wanna see you win. We got the website, magazine, and radio. Be back up soon. Trying to put you in the spotlight so that you can tell your truth. Yeah, it's no offense to you and me. Ain't trying to sell no image. I want you to come on through and live your life the way you live it. What you say you on your way? Shine so bright they gotta see you. Pave your way and go be great. Make us say now, non-believers. Hey, it's no offense. Yeah, we going in. Who we got on the show today? Might as well go tag a couple friends. They said you couldn't, now you know you about to blow again. They working hard in case you really need to know again. Hey, it's no offense, yeah, it's no offense, yeah, it's no offense, yeah, it's no offense. They said you couldn't, now you know you about to blow again. They working hard in case you really need to know again. Hey, it's no offense. Man, y'all hit that share button, man. Tap in. Special thank you to the guest of the show,